Namaste. We explored Dhanurasana, one of the powerful backbending asana. As we discussed this breathing in the beginner series, and it prepares you well to get the final position to hold. Staying in the final position is quite challenging, but gradually when you develop, which takes all the advanced backbends, becomes easier. Particularly, it prepares well for Chakrasana. Let us understand the technique. Slowly bring your legs closer, rest the hands on and either sides of the body. Then gradually bend the knees, grab your ankles and keep the knees an approximately shoulder distance wider. As you inhale, slowly raise your chest as well as your thighs. Balance around the navel. Make sure no stress on the neck and hold the position around 45 to 60 seconds. Then slowly release your chest as well as thighs and release your hands and legs and relax in Makarasana. Let us find out the common mistakes takes place in Dhanurasana. Holding the hands to the toes is one of the common mistake, many people do it. This should be avoided as it stretches a lot. Even initial condition, there is a strain possible on the knees and ankles. Instead, take the palms on the ankle. That will be more safer and more sturdier to work with. From here, if you look into the next thing, whenever we do it, the ankles are held from inside out. By doing this, it looks like that is more easier, much more harder. We struggle to get this practice. This way, always make sure the hands should be comes from the outside. When you hold, then it is become much smooth to do your position. From there, if you are move ahead, then many times what we do, keep the knees too closer. When we keep the knees too closer, there is a pressure develops badly on the lumbar and it limits your rotation of the hips. In some condition what we do, keep too wide. In the keeping too wide, there is a builds up lot more pressure on the pelvic bone and also there is a chance of strain develops on the outer knees and outer shoulders. This should be avoided by keeping an approximately shoulder or less than shoulder distance. That works really good. And one of the key things, many times we do not understand, but we keep doing it. Instead of balancing on the navel, we balance on the pelvic region or straight goes on the thigh. As you understood in the beginner series, the front lifting and back lifting, that will be helps you to understand this movement well, but always pay attention. And whenever you see someone resting on the pelvic or on the thighs, make sure ask them to drop the head to make more center the body weight on the navel. These are the few things follow up in your regular practice as well as your teachings. Like any other asanas we did on balancing on the belly, similar limitation continues here. Also, in case you doing Dhanurasana, make sure stomach stays empty. And there are people with the stiff shoulder, stiff knee and stiff back should work carefully, but they must practice with Dhanurasana breathing, which you already understood during our beginner series of practice. And in certain condition, people are very skinny and there is a chance of pressure comes on the hip bone or pubic bone. There is a time you can make a small change in the placement of the mat. Just fold the mat and where you folded in a small area, place your hip bone on it, and belly goes ahead of it, then bend the knee and grab your ankle. Then thighs can be easily raised up and your balancing happens more on the belly, and also there is a cushioning takes place on your hip bone. By doing this, you can enjoy your asana much better. The benefits of Dhanurasana, it's many, but one requirement here, make sure you are well prepared with Dhanurasana breathing as we discussed in the beginner series. Without that, that may be a kind of create stress also, do not forget that. If well prepared Dhanurasana breathing leads to the many benefits, and one of the most important among them, it builds a very strong work on the spinal column and back muscles and strengthens them. As we balance completely around the navel and any excess fat around the waist or an abdomen region in a regular and consistent practice can release beautifully. And also it is a very strong work takes place on your intestines or on your liver, pancreas, spleen and stomach. So, it is a malabsorption can be easily relieved, or that related problems also prevented completely by regularly doing Dhanurasana. Apart from there, when you are balancing on the navel or around the belly and expanding the chest, initially you will experience shortness of breath. Remember, this is only initial experience, that is itself an amazing benefit for respiratory related problem and builds a very strong lungs capacity and very helpful for asthmatics and also people suffering from bronchitis. And chest opens up and thighs raised, a strong work on the central nervous system and gives a very fine work for the mind. And one can easily overcome from the phobias, different kind of phobias drastically drops here. And a regular practice of this can also makes you the free from hunchback and release the stiffness from the shoulder and shoulder blade. Also is a mild frozen shoulder can be relieved by a regular practice of Dhanurasana. As a continued benefit from your Bhujangasana, Shalabhasana and Bekasana, Dhanurasana makes all of them together intensifies that benefits. That is why make sure Dhanurasana consistently and steadily built up in your day to day practice. By doing this, also you will achieve your Chakrasana, also known as Urdhva Dhanurasana, becomes much easier. Keep up a consistent practice, and whenever you are guiding to your student, remember, prepare well, do not rush, do not look for achieving the final pose, look always making sure the basic steps are well prepared. Dhanyavad.